You know what really sucks? Getting set up for the biggest prank in high school history on the very first day of 10th grade. Even though I had nothing to do with it, Principal General Barrage gave me a full year of detention. So that very same day, I snuck out, and I found a camera with a picture on it of someone messing with my bag during the prank. If I find a match for this hand, I'll know who set me up. But that probably means sneaking out one more time. You know what almost sucks worse than getting detention for a whole year? Getting crushed on the football field trying to find out who set me up for it. It was a dead end. Ed the water boy didn't set me up, but he was the school thief. And he stole a can of paint from my bag during the prank, which wasn't mine. So someone planted it in my bag to make it look like I did it. And now I have to sneak out of detention, again, to find out who it was. Having detention for a whole year for pulling off the biggest prank in high school history is bad enough, right? But everything I do to try to prove I'm innocent gets me in even more trouble. I was sure the skaters were behind the prank, but they got their orders from someone pretending to be me in an email, and they only did the paint part. I've got an email address, radcircles@Nigma High. Now I just gotta figure out who sent it. Anyone who has a computer, or at least one ear, has heard that I got a year of detention for the high school prank of the century. But I didn't do it. So now I have to break rules to prove I never broke any rules. Confusing, I know. I thought Erwin, the evil mathlete leader, was behind it all, and that he sent an email telling the skaters how to pull off the prank. But his email just tried to make me look stupid because of an old grudge. The prank email actually came from our old missing principal. I don't know what's more confusing, girls or this whole prank mess. Ever hear the one about the kid that got detention for a year for the mother of all pranks? Yeah, that was me. Not that I did it or anything. I was totally set up. Things were getting weird, so I did what any kid would do. I went to a killer party. But things got weirder. I found out the song that played during the prank has a strange, hypnotizing effect on people. Only, not on me. Word on the street, the Dudes of Darkness made the song. Now I gotta find out why. On the first day of 10th grade, I got detention for a year for a prank I didn't commit. And now I have to break rules to try and prove I didn't break any rules. It's risky, but does have its rewards. Like rocking out with the Dudes of Darkness, I have to admit, that was pretty cool. The thing is, I heard they made the song that played during the prank. They didn't actually make it, but they did have a live recording, and now I have it. But the song puts people into a weird trance. I seem to be immune to it, but is it actually safe for me to listen to? I don't mind putting myself in harm's way to find out, but... oh man, do I have to? I'm the guy that got detention for a whole year for the biggest prank in high school history. Only catch? I didn't do it. So now I break rules to prove I didn't break any rules. I've also skated with skaters, danced with the mathletes, even rocked out with the Dudes of Darkness. And now I have 2 clues, a song that brainwashes people, and an email address that could be from the missing principal or the prank mastermind. Just another normal day in the life of your typical 10th grader. I'm the guy who got detention for a whole year for pulling off the biggest prank in high school history. Except, I didn't do it. And trying to prove that little fact hasn't exactly been easy. But things changed when the mastermind behind the whole prank made contact with me. I came this close to finding out who it was, but they got away. I still don't know who swished my bag and set me up for the prank. But there's one thing I do know. If I don't find out who Rad Circles is, I may never see life outside detention again. I'm the guy that got blamed for pulling off the biggest prank in history, and I got a year of detention for it. But I didn't do it. So now I break rules to prove I never broke rules. And yeah, it's a pretty vicious circle. I found a bunch of numbers on my phone that led to a locker with my missing bag in it. But to get to it, I had to tangle with some pretty tough hombres, the 15th graders. Luckily, things turned out okay. Thing is, I think the school mascot, the Tazzleworm, left me those numbers on my phone. It's so weird. Is the Tazzleworm trying to help me with the investigation? I'm the guy that everyone thinks pulled off the biggest prank ever, and I got a year of detention for it. I sneak out of detention every day in the hopes of tracking down the real prank mastermind, some guy who loves knock-knock jokes and goes by the email tag RadCircles. And here's a tip. If your school ever has a frog infestation and the principal offers a field trip to the local green apple splat factory, just say, no way. Trust me. Being trapped in a pop factory that's about to explode, way less cool than it sounds. But this key I found led us into a tunnel system, just like the one under the school. I wonder what else this key opens. Apparently, I pulled off the biggest prank in high school history, and because of it, I got a whole year of detention. Problem is, I didn't do it. But I did have to pull a few other pranks to clear my name. And I might have got a few people in trouble, and made a few people mad. Like Irwin, Emo Joe, Ed the Waterboy, and Robin. Not my biggest fans. Worst yet, someone named Rad Circles contacted me and admitted to everything, and now they're getting way too close for comfort. I don't like it. First he set me up, now he's texting taunts. Rad Circles, whoever you are, I'm gonna get you back. Ever been accused of doing something you didn't do? Yeah, welcome to my world. I got a year detention for pulling off the biggest prank in high school history when all the evidence pointed to me. Like my knapsack that Principal Barrage found filled with stuff that made me look guilty. But it wasn't my real bag. Right before the prank, someone switched it. Someone I call Rad Circles, the mastermind behind this whole crazy thing. Of course, it's not all bad. Some people think I'm actually pretty cool. And some... not so much.
I am Holger Meister, friend of Lee from school. Lee make whole school go kafloofa-shoop with prank. But really, no. But he took blame when his most pretty bag was I spied at the scene of the crime. So now, Lee must make the super sneaky spy escape from detention to discover who did prank. But Holger I spy Cam was the bag, same as Lee. Could Cam maybe buy same one to make switcheroo during the prank? Holger not know, but know what to tell Leo the friendship go poof. Then Holger would make a very big cry. Dun dun dun.
The name's Ping. Lee Ping. I'm that famous kid that pulled off the biggest prank in high school history. Sure, it was epic and shot my popularity through the stratosphere, but a year of detention is pretty harsh. And the worst part is, I didn't even do it. So every day I sneak out of detention to try to catch the person who really did do it. Someone with the email codename Rad Circles. Then, disaster. I saw footage of my best friend Camilio switching my bag during the prank. I really don't want to have a former best friend. But right now, all signs point to him being involved. Unless I can prove otherwise. Ever since I was framed for pulling the biggest prank ever, I've spent every waking second trying to track down who did this to me. Then Rad Circles, as he likes to call himself, turns out to be my best friend, Cam. I really wish it wasn't true, but here's what I know. Clue 1, Cam destroyed the prank footage that showed him switching my bag. Clue 2, Trevor saw Cam acting all weird in the rafters during the prank. Well, weirder than usual. Clue 3, Cam's shoe print matched the potato flake print in the rafters, which proved he was up there during the prank. So now that I know Cam is Rad Circles, it's time to bust him and clear my name. But how exactly? So I got blamed for the biggest prank in high school history, and now I've got a year detention. Problem is, I didn't do it. So now I bust out of detention every day to try to find out who did. It's been a bumpy ride. I even suspected my best friend of being the one behind it, someone who goes by the name Rad Circles. But it's not Cam. He was hypnotized to do his part of the prank. But it got me thinking. Holger and I both know the word butterscotch puts Cam into a hypnotic state because of my 10th birthday. That was the day my dad hired this crazy hypnotist to entertain us, and he messed with Cam's head. And only the people there that day could have known about it. So, is someone in this picture Rad Circles? So this is 10th grade, getting a year detention for a prank I didn't even commit. Then, finding out the real culprit, Rad Circles, hypnotized my best friend Cam to look like the mastermind behind the whole thing. So, who set us up? Well, the first time Cam was hypnotized was at my 10th birthday party. The other guests didn't tell anyone about the trigger words, and the hypnotist himself is AWOL. But there was one other person around that day. Biffy.
Yo, Cam here. Like so, my ese amigo Lee Ping totally got blamed for this Branco El Grande. Dude's innocent, man, but he still got like a full year of detention. Heavy. But like, on the upside, I'm now the school president. Oh yeah! That means I can do like whatever I want, man. So Lee's been trying to figure out who framed him. Turns out it's this hombre named Rad Circles. Dude's always hiding in shadows and generally being mucho annoying, and he totally brainwashed me. Yeah, I know, me. Who could brainwash all of this? So like ever since, me and my boy have been trying to take down the dude.
Stop playing around and
Yeah, okay, Mom! Oh yeah, did I mention I'm school president?
I got a year of detention for the biggest prank in high school history. But I didn't do it. So I sneak out every day to try to find out who did. My investigation brought me all the way back to my 10th birthday party. That was where my best buddy Cam was first hypnotized. And someone told somebody about it, because the same hypnotizing trigger words turned him into an accomplice to the prank. So who used Cam? And who set me up? All signs point to Rad Circles, but I've got his cell phone, and all the answers I'm looking for could finally be mine. I just need to crack the password. Plus, there's still one person unaccounted for from the party. The hypnotist, the amazing Finwich. I got a year detention for a prank I didn't even commit, and I've been busting my butt trying to track down who set me up ever since. After lots of dead ends, Rad Circles dropped his phone behind, and I got a hold of it. Problem is, it locked up on me right after finding out it activated the whole prank on day one. But something else paid off. I met the man who hypnotized Cam at my 10th birthday party, the amazing Finwich, and he and Principal Barrage happened to be pretty chummy. Could Barrage be Rad Circles? Or is he just working with them? Time to find out. I'm the guy that got a year detention for the biggest prank in high school history. I didn't do it, but I kinda know who did. Some lunatic called Rad Circles. There's been bad days, like nearly getting sanitized by the principal's personal cleaners, and good, like finding Rad Circle's phone. But that turned bad when I found out it's password protected. And then, the really bad day. Watching my secret crush get kissed by the son of the world's biggest action hero. Ouch. How about a really good day sometime? Like getting Tina back, cracking this phone, and busting Rad Circles once and for all. Getting framed for the biggest prank in history? Bad enough. Having to break out of detention every day to find out who set me up? Now that's the tricky part. Thought I'd crack the case when I got the prank mastermind's phone. Now I could find out who Rad Circles was, right? Wrong. Access denied. Kinda like the secret passageway in the library suddenly under renovations. Someone's onto me, and they're locking me out. Whatever it is, Barrage is up to something. His henchmen are robots, and he destroyed our phones when we messed up school inspection. But I got Rad Circle's phone back just in time, and it will be cracked. Ever wonder what a year of detention for a prank you never pulled is like? Let me sum it up for you. It pretty much bites. But detention membership does have its privileges, like meeting a pack of phone-cracking geniuses who put me one step closer to unmasking my #1 arch-enemy, Rad Circles. And discovering underground tunnels with secret rooms and nefarious plans for the dance this Friday. What? This stuff doesn't happen at your school? Something's fishy at Nigma High, and it's not just Lunch Lady Ruthie's soup du jour. Principal Barrage and Rad C are up to something big. Guess who has 2 thumbs and got a year detention for a prank he didn't even do? This guy. And I've been trying to find out who set me up ever since. But now that Rad Circle's phone is cracked, I've learned all I need to know about the prank mastermind. Oh, except one thing. Who he is. But I do have an important ally, Vice Principal Victoria. With her help, I can expose Barrage and find out who his evil minion is. Rad Circles, I'm coming to get you. Okay, people, pay attention. It's endgame time. You all know I was framed for pulling off the biggest prank in high school history. Why? I still have no clue. What I do know is there are kidnapped teachers, a secret government project, monsters, robots, robot monsters, and a chart in a brainwashing room that shows who's taking who to the dance. And I know who's behind it all. 2 people, Principal General Barrage and Rad Circles, also known as
Knock, knock.
Lynch, my peanut-munching ex-friend. What are you and Barrage up to?
Oh, Lee, why can't you ever just say who's there?
Seriously, dude, enough with the knock-knock jokes.
Sorry, Daddy-O. I must be getting under your skin. I sure hope you're ready for the big dance tonight. It's gonna be a real shindig.
I'm not gonna let you get away with anything.
Oh, so dramatic. Only problem? You can't stop what you can't find. Let me write that one down. It's a doozy.
Oh, I'll find you. You can count on that.
Let's see what he remembers. State current mission factors.
Subject Li Ping was set up to take the fall for the big school prank.
Who was the prank mastermind?
Subject Lynch Weber.
And why?
The prank was set up to get Subject Barrage fired,
For what reason?
so Subject Vice Principal Victoria could run brainwashing experiments at the school.
And why?
Searching, unknown.
So, did she succeed?
Searching, unknown.
Power him down and wipe his memory.
I finally found out who set me up for the prank that got me a year of detention. It was VP Victoria and Lynch. And VP lost her job over it thanks to some mysterious council. But who are they? And where did they take Barrage, who turned out to be a good guy? Since I was expelled, I've had to risk everything to sneak back into school. I used Barrage's computer to watch surveillance footage of the tunnels and was this close to seeing where they took him. But then the computer was taken away. Then Blomkins receives a note and suddenly I'm unexpelled. But who sent it? Was it Barrage? Time to look for that half-cyborg outside of school so he can tell everyone the truth. Step right up, ladies and G's, because we've got brainwashing phones, missing principals, a new completely insane principal, plus things being made to look like they never existed. If only there was just one person who had all the answers. Someone at the top. Someone who can explain why Vice Principal Victoria and Lynch set me up as a patsy. Why Biffy's parents may or may not have designed the brainwashing phones. Why Barrage is gone. Who put Captain Crazy in charge of our school. And seriously, where did my mom learn to fight like that? This is where a prank I didn't commit scored me a year of detention. A Nigma High. I managed to find out who set me up, VP Victoria and Lynch. But after that, everything got covered up. Principal Barrage, who totally saved me and Tina, got taken away. Then any trace of him, erased. I'm sure Kimmy's mom, the same person who busted VP Victoria, was behind it. So whose side is she on? No clue. But Biffy found out she owned the building where the brainwashing phones were made. We both snuck into her house to look for clues, but got caught. Now Kimmy's mad at Biffy, and boy is Biffy mad at me. But it wasn't a complete loss. I overheard something. Buttonford 704-1445. Don't know what it means, but since Kimmy's mom probably knows where Barrage is, something tells me if I crack the code, I find Barrage. I'm the guy that got a year detention for a prank I didn't even commit. I figured out who did, but that didn't get me out. So now I'm stuck in detention version 2.0. Detention Traz. And from there, things have only gotten stranger. Exhibit A, Kimmy's mom. She knows about the brainwashing, she made the brainwashing phones, and she blew up the building they were made in. And even more suspicious, why is it that everything weird has a Man Worse Than Finwich logo on it? Then there's Brad. First he pulls his own prank, now he's messing with my buds by honing in on their girls. Is he just an attention hog, or is he actually up to something? Is there any way he could be working for Kimmy's mom? I figured out who set me up for a year of detention. Finding out how that connects to a bunch of other conspiracy stuff has become like a full-time job. And I'm definitely putting in overtime. Cam and Holger have been distracted because Brad's been making time with their girls. I managed to convince him to back off, but now Biffy isn't talking to me because, well, I sort of got us busted sneaking around Kimmy's house. But her mom, Cassandra, she's up to no good. Serious evil villain vibes. Lucky for me, I've got allies, like Tina and the Taz. And I need every ally I can get, with Cassandra and Barrage suddenly building a fence around the school. Are they trying to keep someone in? Or out? I got framed for the biggest prank in high school history, and I found out who set me up for it. Lynch Weber and VP Victoria. VP lost her job, big time, but Lynch, he managed to escape and disappear. And from there, things have only gotten weirder. Like Kimmy's mom, who's the head of the already suspicious Parents' Council. She and Barrage are building some crazy fence around the school. If I could just track down Lynch, maybe he could explain everything. But how? I'm Li Ping, the guy who got set up for the mother of all pranks at the weirdest high school in existence. So weird, we got the Loch Ness Monster's third cousin, the Tazzleworm, as a mascot. It supposedly has magical whiskers that can reverse any curse. So the Outcast clique have been desperate to get their hands on one, to try to reverse their curse of being terminally uncool. I don't know if it worked out for them yet, but the Taz has definitely been helping me. He got my hands on this ancient skeleton key, the one Lynch wants so bad. Lynch told me the time is near, but before I could learn anything else, those weird Grim Reaper-looking hazmats showed up. How'd they find out about our secret rendezvous? Ping here. And yeah, I've still got detention for that totally epic prank that I didn't even do. But now, things are really heating up. Like a key the Taz gave me that's now the thing everyone wants. I've been using it for a while to get around in the underground tunnels, and there's freaky stuff down there. Brainwashing rooms, robot chambers, and this crazy pyramid. It seems my key, with a second one the Parents' Council has, can open it. Lynch, the guy who set me up for the original prank, sure wanted the key. Then the Outcast tried to get it. But if the Taz wants me to be the one to open the pyramid, the million-dollar question is, what's inside? Li Ping here, and this is a place where a prank I didn't do got me a full year of detention.
Yep, dude's troubles run deep.
Oh, and this is Biffy.
Sup?
And you're probably wondering, what's with all the running? Well, let's back it up. We were in detention with Jenny. It was the end of
Oh,
lunch.
who cares? And you need to go farther back than that.
Okie doke. So, Jenny was digging for clues. I was tussling with some ninja dude from the council who stole my key, and Biffy was tracking him. How'd you do that?
I keep telling you, I know everything. Plus, I was at Kimmy's. Get this, her mom's got a machine that taps into all those bugs. The ones in everyone's bedrooms, and yours was on the move. The key's last known location? A downtown casino called the Hydra.
Yeah, and I'm gonna need it back.
Hey, what's up, mini chicos and chiquitas? Welcome to Uncle Cam's crazy local banana storytime o'clock. Once upon a time, there was a stink ninja who huffed and puffed and stole my boy Lee's super handy cool key. Totally uncool, mini muchachos. And so Tweedle Tough, Tweedle Fluff, and yours truly tried to get it back. We kinda failed though, well mostly them, and now the evil queen and her council totally have both keys, yo! So the lady in black used the keys but kinda cracked the pyramid the wrong way and got majorly whacked by some ancient snooze button. Buenos noches, señorita! Which brings us to Sleeping On Beauty, aka Nousepeg, aka the nerd who kept taking out the book from the library. Did the pyramid cast a sleeping curse on him too? That's for the junior nerdettes, Jenny and Tina, to figure out. And the handsome prince found out the court jester was also being blackmailed, so they joined forces to bring light to the darkness, man, and restore peace and mucho handsomeness to the kingdom. What? I'm oozing with handsomeness.
Hey, I'm Li Ping and I'm trying to stop an evil council from unlocking a mystical pyramid under my school. Stop me if you've heard this one. Supposedly, the pyramid will only open with 2 keys. They have one, and I have the other. Lynch tried to get mine, but the council kind of busted up our little meeting. That's because my room had been bugged, and that's how they found out where I was hiding my key. So, they sent some ninja dude to come swipe it. They tried again, with both keys, but one of the council members got zapped. Then the threats. Give up my roots down to the tunnels, or else. But I have one ace left up my sleeve. Tina and Jenny have been decoding a book that may explain how to open the pyramid correctly. And get this. It used to belong to Finwich. Hi, I'm the Dentionaire. And currently, I've got a parents' council who's done everything, including threaten my family, all to get inside some ancient pyramid under my school. Here are the members of the no-good council in question. Kimmy's mom, some huge strung-out scientist guy, a woman who dresses in black who's in a coma for, I guess, opening the pyramid the wrong way, some guy Biffy's sure isn't human, and some smelly casino-owning ninja dude. But the Outcasts found a book all about the pyramid, and Jenny and Tina have been trying to decode it. And get this, they found out the book used to belong to Finwich. When we made contact with him, we found out he was working with Lynch, and the time was near. Then, he disappeared. I know something big's about to take place, but what?
Okay, so my presidential status is on mucho shaky ground, hombres. Someone is blackmailing me to do embarrassing things, man. All because I bought a book report from Grayson. I found out Cyrus was being blackmailed too, and then a bunch of others. But thanks to Brandy's mucho foxy brain, we figured out we all have something in common. Everyone being blackmailed was in the same grade 3 class, yo! So someone from that class, not in our club, could be the blackmailer. Someone is going down!
Back, conspiracy buffs, and pay attention, because things have gone from weird to insane. Once it was all about being framed for the biggest prank in high school history, but that was nothing. Since then, I've battled robots, brainwashing, brainwashed robots, ninjas, evil geniuses, evil not-so-geniuses, and brilliant eccentric dudes who use machines and plastic surgery to try to cheat death. But that's all nothing compared to the girl stuff I'm dealing with. First, Brandy liked me, but I always liked Tina. Now there's a new girl in town, Jenny, and, well, besides for being brainwashed into picking her nose nonstop, she's pretty cool. This is my boy Cam. He and some others are being toyed with by some mysterious blackmailer for cheating. Cam never actually handed in a book report, but one still got turned in. So why the setup? Well, one thing the blackmailers have in common is that they were all in the same third grade class. But none of them know anything about it. And to avoid being turned in and expelled, the latest threat is that they all have to quit one thing they love, be it sports, being cool, or in Cam's case, being prez. Heavy, I know. Want to know what's not heavy? The gas-filled Zeppelin over the school. Say hi to Biffy. He's kind of my co-pilot of conspiracy. He mistakenly thought the bad guys captured me and brought me here. And that's his kitty, Rumple Kitty Cat. So why is this all happening? Probably something to do with this crazy eclipse. It's not an end-of-the-world alien invasion like Chaz claims, but it does seem to be a prophesized cosmic event that could be the only safe time to open the pyramid. Or hey, maybe it is aliens. It's not like anything would surprise me anymore. There's Tina. She kinda got frozen. That's Holger. Why is he wearing that on his head? 'Cause he's Holger. So, where am I in all this? Look out!
Turn the key!
Hey, I'm Lee, and here's what 10th grade's been like lately. A major eclipse rocked our school. Holger got hit by a beam of energy he thinks gave him superpowers. Keyword being thinks. And it also opened up our local ancient pyramid. Yay! But then Finwich totally blew it all up before Cassandra and company could see what was inside. Boo. So Cassandra ordered the exile of Finwich, Lynch, and one of her scientists to Coral Grove, the mysterious place people get sent for knowing too much. Biffy, Holger, and I followed them as far as their submarine base. That's where Stink Ninja and I had a game of cat and mouse. And fish. While Biffy put a camera in his office. Dude wants a game? We'll give him one. Also, Cam figured out it was Grayson that blackmailed him. Now he just has to find him before he gets turned in for cheating. And who knew Tina and Jenny would become friends? They even snuck into Brandy's place to get a new password for the Coral Grove database. They rock. Well, one most of all.
Good morning, Nigma. The last few days have certainly been intense. A once-in-a-lifetime eclipse, a pyramid opening, our school president suspended for cheating, or was it blackmail? Chaz was a jerk as usual, and people are being taken to a secret location called Coral Grove for knowing too much.
Hi, I'm the Serpent. That's right, the mysterious casino owner with a pet snake named Priscilla. You've heard of me, right? I got my name when I passed my very first test. That was back when I came up with a deadly move called the Serpent Strike. Trust me, you don't ever want it coming your way. Bitch! I heard Li Ping calls me Stink Ninja. Funny fellow. Wanna know where the smell comes from? Can you keep a secret? It's my ancient medallion, worn by the greatest warriors, handed down for thousands of years. That's a lot of blood, sweat, and death, my friend. I suppose now you want to know more. Aside from what I'm doing at the casino, and for Cassandra, I'm on my own mission. And I now have all my facts. But how will I use them?
Oh, hey, Ping here. Guess who's fallen through a tunnel to who knows where, again?
You and our certain doom. Hey, you got a lozenge? All this screaming is making my throat dry.
Fresh out. Anyways, before any of this, my best friend Cam became a suspended ex-president, and Holger claims to have received superpowers that lets him feel love vibes. Yeah, too bad he realized all this after I asked out Tina and got my butt handed to me.
But all that doesn't matter now, remember? Because we're plunging to our certain death, all because you were convinced the teachers were clones.
Hey, You were there when we found files that proved a whole bunch of them live in Brandy's apartment and have the same birthday.
Yeah, and that wasn't even the strangest part. What about you finding a file on your mom, but before we could see how she was involved, the Taz snatched it?
Yeah, why wouldn't he want me to see it? And then there's that certain someone who's been really stepping up his messing with my A-game lately. He even took a sample of my hair. So if the teachers are clones, could the Serpent be cloning me? Doesn't he have better things to do than make copies of a 10th grader?
Look what I drew, Daddy. I call him Earl the Eyeball.
Ha ha! Very clever, son. I always knew my son was special, destined for greatness. But why did it come at such a horrible price? I met his mother in Korea. We had a son. Although times were tough there, they were also wonderful. But then, things happened. The hunting, the hiding, the escape. Then I was working for them, man worse than Finwich, trying to gain back all I had lost. I've spent my life trying to find out what really happened back there. So one day, I can make it right. But how? When the people who were supposed to be the good guys are really the bad guys? Why didn't I see it?
Here, I'm the kid who got detention for a whole year. But that was ages ago. Okay, Hulk, seriously. What the what is with all that?
It be Holger Meister's tribute for Papa of Pings. Because Holger accidentally be giving Daddy Ping fish pizza and he be allergic to its deadly yumminess.
Okay, so you're going to the hospital to give my dad that, lovely gift basket?
No! Holger go to harbor to sacrifice traditional basket of happy offerings for untimely fish illness to Poseidon. But your idea being much better. Okay, bye.
Tell Dad I'll visit him after detention. Okay, so where was I? Ping, detention, whole year, Dad, hospital. Right. So, besides all that, turns out Stink Ninja's been spying on me and my family. And not just in the creepy watching every move we make way, more in a collecting our DNA kind of way, which Def falls into the full-throttle creepy category. And why? So not sure. But he did say,
You're nothing but a half-rate copy of me.
which is uber weird considering some, most, all of our teachers are clones, aka copies. Oh, and the proof of that? Biffy and I found their regeneration pods. So maybe I am a clone of that guy. Whoa, heavy. Or maybe he just said that to mess me up. Dude does love messing with people. Like how he used Jenny, dating her, then stealing the book. What a...
Lee, sorry for losing the book. Majorly bad judgment on my part, I know. But what's the deal between you guys? You have like almost the exact same tattoos.
I don't know. But there's a slight chance I'm his clone. So that kind of bites.
Audio log continued. Great! So now I'm in some crate? What am I, an exotic pet? Hello? Some air holes would have been nice. And a little hospitality. Maybe a snack? Ugh. How'd I get here? Good question. It started with Cam's first day back since he lost his presidency to Beth. Chaz thought he'd scoop me by turning the ex-prez's return into his trashiest TV ambush ever. I thought an authority figure might actually, you know, care, but Principal Worst had something else to talk about. Coral Grove. So I tell him everything. Next thing I know, I'm in this box and it doesn't take an investigative journalist to see why I'm here. Ow! But since I am one, it's all because Jenny and I got that password from Brandy's place that gave us access to a Coral Grove database, which obviously made the wrong people very angry. And that means Jenny must be next. Oh, I have to warn her. But how?
It's not every day you find out your mom's a clone. You have a secret brother, and for some reason, the craziest conspiracy you could ever imagine is something you're smack dab in the middle of. And all roads lead right back home.
Too sad. Ah, it's Smudge, but yes, it could well be my good friend C Minor. Hello there. Mr. Nigma did always make me work a little extra hard for everything. Unfortunately, a long time ago, he made a big mistake. Of course, it didn't seem like a mistake at the time. it appeared to be the greatest find in the history of the world. Gadzooks E-flat minor, of course. It took us far too long to understand this truly spectacular error. And by the time we figured half of it out, it was already much, much too late. Who could have ever imagined all had been foreseen? But so it was, as I realized when I finally caught up to old Xander Nigma. However, he left me an important note so I could prevent a little something commonly referred to as the end of the world.
Hey, how come the next page has been ripped out?
Once it was all about opening that pyramid. Now it's about making sure it never has a chance to open ever again. And that's where Manifestum comes in. And for this reason, it is of the utmost importance that I see him.